This was up higher, looking straight at us.
Yeah, we just need another camera. Hi, guys. We're live.
Hello.
Oh, my gosh. I'm so excited because we have the Freemans coming on. We've known these guys for a while. They are an amazing power couple.
Absolutely fantastic couple.
Really amazing. And I'm super excited to talk to them because I haven't even talked to them in a while.
I have not seen them in a year and a half, I think.
Yeah, we're excited to catch up. So
we're just going to talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, we're just going to keep chatting.
You guys be voyeurs and watch us just talk to them and go, oh my God, how are you?
Exactly. Awesome. Okay.
We can talk in a higher pitch.
Okay.
Here we go.
Oh, wait a minute. I got to share screen. Oops.
Here we almost went.
I'm lost here. Okay. Share screen.
Well, that was smooth.
Share screen. Here we go.
I don't think it's voice activated.
It's not voice activated.
I don't know why you're yelling at me.
Here we go. Oh,
that's
wrong
not
one.
it.
That's not it.
Is this your first time on a
computer? It is. I'm fumbling. I'm nervous. Oh,
volume?
That volume's horrible.
Smooth. Maybe we should play it again. Oh, that's
it's playing here.
Oh. I thought it was playing it there. Honey dear. Honey.
Woo!
Oh.
Okay. See, I think the Freemans got me so nervous because they're so amazing.
They're elite professionals.
They really are. So here's the deal. They have created.
Are you still sharing your screen?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
Nope. They are the new.
I was just going to say, there's a picture of them right there that you're about to read from on the stage with Tony Robbins and whatnot.
I know. They actually
had thousands of people.
They were actually in front of Tony Robbins. It's amazing. They're the authors of the new power couple. They're really sought after relationship coaches. They launched.
And they have a great little Sunday breakfast afternoon thing. I remember talking about it. Oh, I really wanted to go.
I know. We haven't been able to make it.
Show what you're supposed to say.
Okay. So they launched the Empower Couples University. It's an online university hosting higher education and personal development for motivated couples to learn the relationship skills to be a true team. Relationship. And we know that we've struggled with that as well.
Wow, in front of everyone.
I'm going to say it. I'm going to be honest here.
Unbelievable.
We might end up just getting a full-on coaching session from these guys today.
I think one of us needs it, which is usually part of the breakdown in a situation where only one person thinks they're participating in the situation. So this whole lead-in is because of their new book.
Yes.
I don't know if I can tell you guys that.
Well, we'll let them tell us about it. They shared.
Maybe I will let out a secret.
They've shared the stage with Tony Robbins and Golden Gavel. They are Hall of Fame speakers. They were nominated as Arizona's 40 under 40 influencers. And they've been featured in national media for teaching couples modern practical skills and tools to work together through any life challenge, reaching over 750,000 people worldwide. I could go on forever about these guys, but I'm just going to add them to the stream. And
it's probably better they say it.
Yeah. So welcome.
Yeah. Freemans! And
there is a party. I was doing the shopping cart again.
What's that?
The shopping cart move.
The shopping cart move.
I know the Macarena.
Well, I have to say right off the bat, it's like, Jamie, have you been living under a rock? I mean, you said you haven't seen us in a year and a half. You haven't been in our living room? I mean, what's the deal? We've been here in our house for the past, year by ourselves. So why haven't you seen us?
I don't know.
Well, now we're in your living room and you're in our bedroom.
February came around and March 16th, my improv workshop here in Vegas got postponed.
Oh.
It's still postponed.
It's the longest postponing that's ever existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
But we've turned it into a virtual interactive program that's going to be starting September 16th. Next week. So everybody who purchased tickets for my live event still get to come to that, but they get to come to this one for free. So hey, got to let you have something for your confidence in me to help you. So that's what's happening.
All of you watching, go ahead and get yourself into that event. We'll wait.
Awesome. Yeah, well, we're in your living room and you're actually in our bedroom. Our live setup is actually in our bedroom.
Yeah, because that's where they give you the spinny wheel.
The prize wheel. When you move to Vegas, they give you a prize wheel.
Yeah, anyone
it's your welcome gift.
for their bedroom.
And just so you guys know, the way that you enter the prizes, you have to, hi, Bruce Barnes, you have to make a comment. That's what I was just
Hey,
gonna say.
Bruce, you're in the draw.
Bruce Barnes, you are in the draw. Let me put you on the wheel of names.
Are we in the drawing?
Yeah, we'll put you in the drawing.
Yeah.
Sure, why not?
No, just kidding. We don't want to take away from people that have come on.
Hey, we'd love
It's
to.
fun. No, and all the guests always get a free entry into the draw as well. So
Absolutely.
yeah, so you guys are in the draw.
Well, and here's a surprise. If we win the drawing, we will be donating it to Bruce.
What's that?
I said, if we win the drawing, we're going to donate it to Bruce.
There you go. Oh, there you go.
Look at that.
Hey, look at that. I
So
think
now you've got 3 entries.
Bruce
in there,
won last week, didn't he? I think Bruce won last week. Great to see you back. Thank you for coming back.
I can't remember.
It's
I
awesome.
should remember. But
That's awesome. Awesome. Okay. Yes. All right. Cool. Just getting that wheel set up. Maybe I should put the wheel on the back wall.
whatever.
Okay. Cool.
That part's yours.
So you guys, what I want to know from you guys, so the argument hangover, tell me about this. What's that mean? What is that?
It's basically where your spouse has gone wrong and you're just pointing out those areas. Is that it? Have I got it
Yeah,
right?
the argument hangover is how your spouse is the one that does everything wrong and you're the one that does everything right. That's what the argument hangover is.
Pointed to yourself. The spouse that does everything wrong and the one that does everything right. I like that.
No, so the argument hangover, as you could take it away, right? It's a hangover feeling after a disagreement. So just like you have a food hangover, an alcohol hangover, and you feel tired and sluggish and you just feel blah, you don't feel your best. That's the phrase we coined for that period of time after you have an argument. And
well, over drinking or overeating, don't you regret the actions you took that felt good in the moment?
Mm-hmm.
Same thing with the argument. You look back and you're like, why did I even say that? I regret saying what I said or just leaving. I did it in the moment. I wish I could take that back.
Yeah.
Now you're in the argument hangover.
So that's the phrase we've coined so that couples can have a phrase for that time after the argument and just describe it. So it's a good way that they can lighten it up a little bit.
It is a great phrase, and I'm jealous that you guys thought of it before me, because it's true. Because when you have those arguments, you have those rush of emotions. Emotions are chemicals. You're having a chemical imbalance in your brain, and that chemical imbalance actually affects what you remember and how you remember it. In fact, 50% of our memories from our past are fake. We've tweaked them so many times that now they're so far from their actual experience that they're fake. 50% of memory is not real. And there are the things that I did right that she can't remember. Right.
Hi, Ashley, welcome. And
hey, Ashley, up in Canada. Welcome.
Yep,
You're in the draw.
You're in the draw. Bruce, you're in the draw again.
We have the phenomenal Freemans with us here. And you can go check them out. The argumenthangover.com is what we're talking about. They coined that phrase, the argument hangover, and we're going to learn more about it.
Do you know it was just adorable just now? We said we've got some weird lighting coming in here.
Not on me. I'm good.
I'm going to go change this lighting while you talk to them. Okay. You know, it was just adorable that they just did right there. We announced the Freemans and they went to each other and they high-fived each other. It was so cute. You guys are so adorable. You guys have always been just absolutely amazing. I've always looked up to you guys.
Well, that's because you're 5 foot tall.
As a couple.
Well, it's cool because we met you both in really the beginning of our journey. We're somewhere in the beginning of writing our first book, before even this book, before we were hosting events. And you two really have always been those people cheering us on. So I really want you to know, there are those people that come on your journey along the way and keep you going. And you two are some of those people that just were like, keep going. What you're doing is awesome, even during the challenging times.
That's so awesome. And yes,
it's the Freeman. Wreck 'em. Go out there and really fight.
Smarter. Fight smarter.
Fight smart.
Yeah.
I love it.
So apparently, because of COVID, you probably haven't had your
That's why we stopped traveling to different cities every weekend.
Have you guys been doing your mastermind online, or have you shifted in any way? Tell me how that's
How are you still supporting people?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, 2020 was going to be the year of in-person couples events, and no, forget about that. Postponed, and then the postponed gets postponed. So really, we had to shift, and we, met people where they're at in their house while being in our house, and so that's really why, we wrote The Argument Hangover during this time period, because quarantine was putting a lot of pressure on relationships.
Because you had a lot of arguments while you were locked in with each other.
I mean, totally, yeah.
True of the whole world. So this is phenomenal that you have this opportunity for people, and people listening to this down the road, come back and check out theargumenthangover.com, because a lot of the time we get busy in relationships with the other stuff we're doing. When all that stops off and you're like, oh, hang on, let me focus. Who are you?
Yeah.
When did you start doing that? And will you stop it?
Yeah, being around each other all the time.
All the time.
It can feel triggering. But not only that, and on a serious note, it is revealing things to couples that was easy to ignore because your schedule was busy. People were traveling for work, or they left for work all day, or they had so much going on with the kids. They had all of the events going on. They had just so much. And so they were distracted. But now with the quarantine, they're able, they're seeing what was there. It's getting revealed.
Yeah, because you're forced to communicate in different ways. You're forced to be able to, and it's a high stress situation for a lot to people too. Forced is
an interesting word. Let's change that to we have the opportunity.
There you go.
We have the opportunity.
Yeah.
Grow. It's not happening to you or for you.
There you go. Exactly.
Can you?
I won the argument. Woo-hoo!
Go do your victory lap around the bed.
Well, I love Bruce's question.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you could see that question when I put it up there. Yeah.
So Bruce, to cure that hangover, do you still need the hair of the dog? In other words, have another argument. That's a great question.
Yeah, and you know what? It's not even about curing it. So I love that you brought that up. The first two things are about shortening the argument hangover period. For many couples, that period could be 3 days, 3 hours. So you want to bring that to be shorter. And how about an hour? How about 5 minutes? And you keep it from escalating to the levels that your past arguments may have escalated to.
Yeah.
Wow. That's amazing. So I have a question for you guys. So you guys are an amazing couple. Do you guys still argue?
Oh, yeah.
Good question.
We had to completely reframe the way we see conflict, because a lot of people either avoid conflict because of how it's gone in the past. They think it's bad, or their arguments get escalated, right? And so we changed our perception to that there can actually be healthy conflict. I mean, the greatest innovation, the greatest ideas come when people are challenged. And so we actually see disagreements as a way for us to find out even better solutions, even better ideas, even new things about each other. So we learned, and that's what we teach in the book, to fight fair, where, what we say is the most destruction happens in how you're fighting, rather than the fact that you were fighting. So there actually is a healthy way to disagree where you get more connected. You actually come up with even better solutions and ideas. Wow. So we don't recommend avoiding conflict altogether. It's just about doing it in healthy ways.
That's great, because all the great change that's happened in life, be it civilization or personal or invention, has come out of some form of chaos, some form of conflict, and we've risen above it to go, how can this be better? And that's what Amy and I do in all our stuff with the DARE, design, align, remind every day. That's what the DARE stands for in the Honey Dare. It's about the habits of healthy attitude that you repeat on a daily basis. So we always ask, how can this be better? Right? Let's just talk about the facts. Let's not be personal. Let's just talk about the facts, because the personal element comes from a personal perspective, And it comes from a bias of all your past experiences, which are filters that you're looking through. Yeah. But if you just look at the facts of what happened right now, then we can say, okay, how can this be better? What we go, what happened? What do you want? What can we do? And when it comes to a personal argument, we're like, okay, you've got some emotion right now. How can I best? Actually, you've got some emotion right now.
He's the emotional one.
I'm the emotional one. I don't want you to say that. It's just that I care a lot. So we say, how can I best serve you right now? Do you want a solution or do you want to be heard?
That's usually what I say to him. Because like most women are the ones that want to be heard. We're kind of flipped in our masculine and feminine energy a little bit. So just a little.
He's not sure about that one.
I'm gonna go have a mimosa.
I mean, I'll even say, I'll share with you, I could relate to that as well. However, I then a few years ago decided and made the choice, I want to access more of my emotion, more of what you might categorize as feminine, because I had only cried like 5 times in my entire life. It's like I didn't access emotion. I thought,
wow,
that doesn't seem to best serve a relationship when I'm basically emotionless and I basically push all emotions aside. That was limiting the amount of love I could feel. Yeah. If I limit the amount of sadness or the amount of frustration that I'm willing to feel, I'm also limiting the amount of happiness and joy and connection I can also feel.
Wow, that's very powerful, Aaron. That's very powerful.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm glad you made that as a conscious decision on yourself. Like, I want to be, for example, more involved in life on every level. So therefore I can enjoy more of the highs and more of the lows. And with this other guidance fraction or factors, I don't know what you've got, this other guidance elements, I can take what we would call negatives and gain from that. So our negatives become less dramatic and our positive, we take this scale and slowly start moving it up. So what used to be your high is now your low, and you've got even higher highs because you're able to feel more.
I know. I think it's good, honey. I think it's good.
I thought,
just real quick for those that are watching, right? Like, of course, and that shift happened for me right away. No. It took me like a year and a half, and I could like slowly could feel like emotion would stop here, then it would like stop here, then I like let emotion like get to here. And like it took a long time, but now I'm like able to access the emotion. And I'm actually more empathetic to Jocelyn because I can actually feel more of what she's feeling. And that's a huge benefit in a conflict for me to actually say, wow, I really actually feel what you're feeling right now. Often that's the only thing she wants anyways. She doesn't need a solution. She really wanted me to feel what she was feeling.
Yeah.
That's Jamie.
I would just like to be understood.
She doesn't want a solution, and I'm a fixer. So that's what I mean.
That's right. There's been an accident. Hey boys, there's been an accident in the house. Amy will come over. She'll fix it for you. Don't worry. She's a fixer. She's got the peroxide, the bleach. Not a problem.
I come in with solutions immediately. Yeah. And he doesn't always want it.
Which makes her a highly sought after coach all around the world. She gets people from Australia and Europe. I've got this business problem. All right, give me the problem. I'll give you a solution. And then I'm on the couch. I've got a problem. I've got a situation. I've got a concern. Well, here's your offer. No, I need to be heard.
That's where I finally said to him, and you guys will laugh at this because you guys will laugh at some of this stuff. So I finally said to him, well, how can I best serve you right now? Would you like me to just listen or would you like a solution? And it's funny because like really he does want a solution on some level.
After he feels heard.
After he feels heard, but then he can say it and I can step back and just listen and just be there for him, which is awesome. But I don't know if you know, but the first book that I was going to write, we haven't written it yet. It was called You Did Marry Prince Charming. You just haven't trained him yet.
Yeah, I remember you talking about it.
Yeah.
And that came about because he had lost 100 pounds. Yeah, with that
emphasis on the had. Wow. Did you guys feel that? I heard that.
Honey, you're beautiful just the way you are.
I've got the COVID 60 back.
I got the COVID 20. Anyway, so he had lost 100 pounds, but he was still in that habit of being frustrated. And my best friend is a behavior modification specialist. She works in a mental home. And so like her patients, once you see her, once you wake up to her, you're the rock bottom. Like when you're there, you're mandated to be there. So basically her clients can't tell her to, F off and walk out the door. Right. And so she said to me one day, I said, I know he doesn't want to be frustrated. I know he doesn't want to be like this. I know he doesn't want to behave like that. She goes, we can create a behavior modification plan for him. And I said, well, yeah, but he can just leave. Like he can't, like your patients are locked in. They can't leave. She goes, no, we can do it. And that's how that came about. And it was about changing the behavior in such a way that changed my behavior, not his. Yeah. It changed my behavior and how I reacted to him.
Yep.
Because what would happen was he was in the habit of, and he loved to do it on Sundays because that was my day off where he had my full attention. And really reality is what he wanted was my attention, right? Mm. But he would just be frustrated about anything, the computer or anything. And then I would be frustrated with his frustration because I just fixed it a week ago, the computer. I spent hundreds fixing it. And you're still complaining about it. And so then I would just add fuel to the fire and then it would just be this enormous fight. And that's how that book came around. And so what I ended up doing was I ended up saying, I'm going to run to the store. Do you want anything? And then I would just leave him in it, and just sweet as can be and then come back. So he had to sit with it and realize that, hey, wait, I don't want to be like this. Mm-hmm. And then,
I noticed.
And then my favorite one was one time he would say stuff to me and I said, I don't know what to say. So my friend said, try saying this. So we're driving in the car. He says something to me and I go, would you like the opportunity to say that in such a way that I can respond to it instead of react? And he goes, would you like the opportunity to re-say that in a way that you don't sound like such a bitch? And we both started cracking up. It was so funny. But it broke the state. It changed everything, and it was awesome. Thank you for that light. You're the bomb. You know me.
You know do that story with an Australian accent.
You know me
because it was much funnier when it came from you.
It was actually very funny, but it made us both laugh. And it changed
the opportunity. Yeah. To say that in such a way where I don't sound like such a bitch.
It was pretty.
Yeah. Funny. I could sound how that would be a different delivery.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, but no, it was good. It was, and it's really about just communicating in such a way that you can understand each other and hear each other, know where they're coming from.
Do you do elements that enable the person to understand how their partner communicates, how their partner?
Yeah.
Whoa! It's almost like you read the book. It's not even out. It's not even. Well, actually, and Jocelyn was huge in implementing this. The last chapter is actually called Your Communication Personality Type.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, and we really, from a number of places, realized that there's not a lot of places. You can get your color personality. Yeah. You can get your EFJQ, whatever that's called.
DISC and all those.
Yeah. But what about your communication dynamic as a couple? Mm-hmm. And so Jocelyn was really instrumental in bringing about these 4 main communication personality types in your relationship. Mm-hmm. And so to answer your question, absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Because that's so important.
Yeah.
It's kind of like you're walking into, because I lived in different foreign countries. And I'll quickly say this because I realize I cut you off.
That's okay. Go
but
ahead.
It's kind of like walking. I learned Japanese because I lived in Japan for 3.5 years. So if someone speaks a foreign language, I start speaking Japanese to them because it's the only other language I know other than English. But it doesn't work. So knowing the language that other person hears,
right,
you to be able to communicate. Oh my God, that is fantastic. Tell us more.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I love the way you say that. Oh no, I feel all this attention on me now. Oh my God.
Yeah.
Hello. Well, it really is that way because what I hear from, especially I'll say to women tend to want men to communicate a certain way. Be like, if only you communicated this way, or they try to talk to them like how they would a female. And so we don't necessarily always believe in like gender norms and things like that, but there's the masculine, the feminine. And so it's so important to know your communication personality type, your partners, so that you aren't trying to change each other. You're more so able to influence each other through understanding it. And adding on to what you're saying, we have this section throughout the book where we talk about people think they're listening, but what they're actually doing is just hearing.
Yes.
They're just hearing the words. They aren't truly listening. So we actually have this breakdown of 3 columns. Here's what hearing would be like. Here's what not listening at all sounds like. And then here's what actually listening sounds like.
Wow.
And there's a layer of empathy. And yeah, we really get tactical and step by step in this of what does it look like to actually become a better listener, become a more clear speaker, because a lot of couples are too vague.
Yes.
I need more quality time. Okay, what's that mean?
Yes.
I don't know what that means. Hey, I don't feel satisfied in our intimacy. Well, what's intimacy mean to you, and what's intimacy mean to them? And so we give them tools to be clear in speaking.
You know what? Did I pre-order your book? Is that the book I pre-ordered?
Probably.
Oh, I can't wait. I pre-ordered this, by the way.
I'm going to highlight some areas before you read it, just for reference.
Yes, I think I will be.
But that is so true. And that's the biggest, like when we work with big companies as far as like the communication factor, like it starts at the top, but in a relationship, you're both at the top. And it really is, what's your goal? What's your objective? If it's to have a better relationship, communication is so important. And understanding what the other person is meaning and understanding what you really want and clearly communicating that is so important. What I do in a lot of companies, I say, you got to take away all the adverbs. It, there, this, there, that, it. Because, did you pick it up and take it over there? Yeah, I picked up the cat. I put it outside. No, the child from school. Oh, well, why didn't you say the child? You didn't tell. I didn't tell.
He likes to argue with himself.
I always win.
Well, it just leads to a lot of miscommunication and misunderstanding, for sure.
Yeah.
And I think the important part in that misinformation and miscommunication is the miss part. That could be what I'm having for dinner tonight, a miss steak.
Oh.
Well, of course, all those miscommunications, they don't trigger anybody, right?
No, never.
Nobody gets triggered by any miscommunication or taking things the wrong way or nothing out of context. You don't get triggered by that, right?
No,
never. Oh my God, you guys, I'm so excited for this book.
This is very cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm so excited for you guys.
So what are the plans with it? What's the big plan?
Yeah.
Well, the big plan, our goal is to have it become a bestseller on multiple lists. And inside of that, we are giving away $200 of pre-order bonuses. So when you actually go to the Argument Hangover, you get a free mini course on conflict and communication that wasn't just filmed here on Zoom. It was actually filmed in this gorgeous studio. So it feels just very high quality for people.
Nice.
Super high impact content. So you get a course, a debrief your argument workbook, and a ticket to the largest online Valentine's Day event in history that's happening next February 2021.
When the book officially launches to stores, and it'll arrive on your doorstep.
Yep.
So everyone will have the book, and we're going to have a celebration during Valentine's Day with the largest Valentine's online event for couples.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, we'll block our schedule for that. That sounds really fun.
Yeah, I was taking a Paris, but I guess
I don't think we're going to be allowed in
Paris.
Paris.
Stay.
I don't think Paris wants us
in Europe. Well, I can't even go to Australia at the moment.
I know.
You can't even go across town.
They'll let us in February. I think we might still be locked down.
And back to the book.
No, so that's really what we're excited about is everybody doing that. So we're just getting the word out there honestly, we reread it when we were doing editing a couple weeks ago. And I'm sure you felt this way about content that you've created, and everyone's a little biased about their own thing. But I honestly was imagining the couples reading it and thinking like, this is going to change their lives.
God, I love that.
It's really going to shift the way they see conflict. It's going to have them connect deeper. And I just literally cannot wait for people to read it.
Well, I'd like to say one quick thing about it too, Jamie, not to cut you off. You can get relationship books out there, honestly. And it's like, oh, here's better date nights. Here's pictures of us holding our hands on the beach. And it's like, that doesn't work anymore. This book is so modern and actionable and straightforward. We even give you examples of conversations. I mean, this is going to be the most relatable modern book, I mean, in our opinion, that's out there. I mean, it's real. It's not these conceptual, vague ideas of have more love in your relationship.
Yeah, like no cliches, like the whole communication is key to a relationship. Well, it's like, duh, so people need actionable, clear descriptions of what good communication is like. And so we get very specific and tangible.
And I think this is so valuable because I don't think anyone really teaches us to be in a relationship. It's like even we were married 14 years ago and
15.
Something like that.
No, it was 14, but you always get it wrong.
I always get it wrong. I totally forgot.
She totally forgot.
I knew this was going to come up.
My 7th wedding anniversary.
Somebody was working a lot.
But the beautiful thing, it was great. It's really great. Okay, do you guys want to hear the story?
Yes. Drop in the chat. Like to hear the story too.
What happened was, she goes to go to bed after the day, and I dropped hints throughout
all
the day.
day. Like, anything special going on today? I'm like, no, I just gotta get this done. No.
It's like, you want anything special for dinner? No. Anything special for lunch? No. Anything special for breakfast? I'm going back in time now. Yeah. But we actually have our meals back to front. We start with dinner, and then we work our way to breakfast. Anyway, she goes to go to bed, and she on top of the bed is a $1 scratchy. Just a $1 scratchy. It says, happy anniversary. And I'm watching, because I'm still on the computer, I'm watching. And she does this. She goes,
no.
I only got a $1 scratch. You can see the emotions going, oh shit. And then it's like, this is all you can get me for my. And she goes, I'm like, hey, you even forgot it. And then she goes to get in the bed. And she pulls the cover back. There's all these other things under the cover. So basically, I'm going to get out.
So he basically set me up, and now he feels like he's going to get out of jail free card.
Awesome! Won
for the rest of our marriage.
For the rest of the marriage, I've got to get out of jail free card. Yeah. You remember 7th wedding anniversary? No, you don't, and you didn't. So now that thing is totally forgettable.
Makes sense.
But Jamie, like in Monopoly, you have to turn that card in once you go to jail one time.
Yeah, but no.
You don't get to keep it. You got to turn it back in.
I can't understand your accent, mate. Sorry, you're breaking up. Which is bad for a relationship, people.
No, but I think this is so valuable because nobody teaches you how to be in a relationship. And at some point in our marriage, I'm like, this is something you have to actually work on. It's not something you can just like let go and figure and let it just happen.
Because Disney movies, they get you up to that point where they get connected, and people think, oh, well, that's just the way it is for the rest of their life. If you saw Jerry Maguire 2,
exactly,
show me the patience. Show me the patience.
Exactly, you nailed it right
Another
there.
one would be like, yeah, you're right.
Yes, with their earpods in, not wanting to hear your dream. That was emotional. That you just woke up from.
No, but you're so right. I mean, we just get into this idea that the love we feel when we get into a relationship will automatically be there.
Forever.
Yeah. We don't have to do anything. It's just going to be there, right?
And love does not make up for a lack of relationship skills.
Oh, boy.
Oh, that's a good line.
Yeah, because you can really love somebody and still be ticked off.
Or just terrible at communication or terrible relationships.
Exactly.
Or being short with them all the time.
Cute. Awesome. So what about the argument hangover? Is this book good for a single person?
I mean, I think anybody who wants to attract a partner in should read it, because then you can actually know what kind of a partner you want to have, because just knowing that you have things in common, you have similar goals, that doesn't mean that they're going to be a great communicator or that they know how to fight that's smart and fair together.
I like that.
New word.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good one.
If Shakespeare can do it, so can we.
Yeah. So absolutely read it so that you actually know what a healthy relationship could look like.
I think it's actually really good, just that last chapter on understanding how the other person's communicating. If you want to get into a relationship, then you want to get in front of everybody else that's trying to communicate with this potential prospect by letting them feel understood and manipulate them. No, I mean.
What was that dating book, The Game? Jamie was reading The Game.
No, I wasn't. Hans was.
Oh, that's right. We had a friend of ours that was reading that book, The Game, and it was like we were just like,
seriously,
dude, you're a good-looking guy. You don't need to do this. This is crazy.
Yeah, because that's right. He's going, about being cocky.
Yeah, he wanted to be in a relationship, but he was reading The Game to pick up girls. But he ultimately wanted to be in a long-term relationship. But he was using that book, The Game. I don't know if you guys know about it, but it's like basically you're supposed to put.
It's all manipulating.
It's all manipulating techniques, like picking lint off the girl.
It's like you're not
really perfect.
Wow, you look really good if you've done your hair well. Yeah. It puts them off balance, and it's all about the pickup game, which isn't a relationship game.
Right.
You know, it's like, hey, look, we're going to cheat to win the first game of the tournament. Then we're going to get kicked out of the season, so we never get to the grand prize. Exactly. So what do you really want? What's your real goal, your real objective? If your real goal, real objective is to have a fun, loving, communicative, advancing relationship that's long-lasting, then the argument hangover is phenomenal.
Yes. Right. Well said. Can we get you on video?
Only if that's what you're really looking for.
Yeah, if you're just looking for a pickup game, this probably might not be the book for you, right?
Well, the last chapter
can help. Yeah.
Use it wisely. With what's Uncle Sam saying? I don't mean the rice guy. I mean in or is that Uncle Tom?
I don't know.
In Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility.
Right, there we go.
So don't use chapter 9 or last chapter? What's it called?
Chapter 9.
Chapter 9. Ooh,
cool.
Don't use chapter 9 irresponsibly out there, all you single folks.
I love that you did. I love that you guys put out a second book. And you guys, the guys
you're super successful to start with.
Yeah. So people coming into the chat, please put a comment so we know you're here and we can put you in the prize draw.
We're going to spin the wheel.
We're going to spin the wheel very soon here.
And if you got a question for the Freemans, by all means, drop it in there. If you take advantage of them. That's chapter 4.
There you go. Take advantage of them.
But no, I'm just super excited that you guys are coming out with this second book. This is so great. What I want to know is, like, when you guys first got together, like, at what point did you decide we're a power couple, we can share this and we can help other couples? What point?
I mean, I think that it dawned on us when we did our own preparing for marriage work, and we really thought, wow, there are so many couples that don't have these skills. And we did a lot of self-development and prep work before marriage. We still to this day. And so I think it started really early on in our relationship where we noticed there was a gap. Everyone's so excited about the wedding and how much people invest into that. And then there's counseling. And we said, why are those really the only two options around relationship, the wedding and then counseling? And so we said, let's fill the market about something in between that. Something that's about ongoing education for your relationship, right? So just to answer your question, pretty early on. Wow.
Yeah, because like what point do you look at each other and go, man, we're like a power couple. We can like help other people. How do you come to that? That's so cool.
Because you weren't entrepreneurs when you started.
I had started a health and wellness business, but he wasn't. No, and it was I was super early on in the business, so we definitely went through our entrepreneur journey together.
That's awesome.
Because one of us was an entrepreneur and one of us got dragged into it. When you marry an entrepreneur, you discover that you're now an entrepreneur in training.
You have the choice to go back and get a regular job anytime you want.
And when you say choice, what do you mean by that?
Well, I feel
what does choice in your words mean?
I feel you'd be very unhappy with it, but you can go for it.
We have a friend
what's that?
We just have a friend that's been an entrepreneur for a long time too, and says now that he's basically unemployable.
That's me. I've been an entrepreneur my whole life, ever since I was very, very young. And Jamie, he was a stunt actor, but he worked for companies, and
I never worried about money. It was like, you'll be living here, we'll be paying for this, and here's your living allowance and here's your salary. I'm like, all right.
So,
Bye, next.
and as an entrepreneur, you know, it can be risky. You know, and so the risk wasn't what he was used to. And I'm super like fast at making decisions. I'm super quick. I'm that high, you know, D personality,
red personality.
Yeah, whatever you want to call it, and very driven. And he's and we're both about energy, but he's more about like. He's way more about energy and just like letting things go with the flow. And I'm more about driving it, right?
Yeah, push. I think push is the word.
I like the word drive.
Push! It's shorter! I'm surprised you didn't take a shorter course. Yeah. Hello, Robin.
Hi, Robin. I don't know who Shay Adams is.
All right.
People are eager to know if they won. Let's see who wins the wheel.
Yeah, we're gonna spin that wheel.
We're gonna ask you a question first from our Pando box. Now the Pando is a fantastic game. It's a get to know you game. Developed out of Boise, Idaho, and it's a battle to see who knows the most about you, your friends, and your family. How it works is there's 2 questions on the card, and for example,
let me pull a card and start writing it in.
So we're pulling a card. Who wants to go first out of you 2? Jocelyn. Awesome.
Jocelyn.
So we're going to ask the question. Now, everyone has a go at answering this question first.
And when you guys comment and answer, you get put into the draw. So, Robin, you just got put into the draw. So, go ahead. You can continue.
That's right. And I was just reading Robin's fabulous Robin in Australia. Reading her message about Shay Adams. It's like, yeah, you do look like Shay. Actually, he's a stunning that we worked with. He was actually in The Matrix. So what?
Robin would like to know where the book is available. Go to theargumenthangover.com. It's available for pre-order right now, and it comes with $200 worth of bonuses when you pre-order it. And I already ordered mine. That's why I know that. And so please do.
Yeah. So how we play the game, the Boise, Idaho, not a hangover game. This would be great. The Pando. Oh, we got sidetracked. The Pando game. From a small company out of Boise, Idaho. That's where it comes from. So it's really great because like we used to do a lot of large seminars, and this at the end of the first night, we would use this, put it on the tape, put a set on the table between like 8 and 12 people, and everyone would get to know each other because it's very interesting because you're forming opinions on the person, especially if you don't know them, on their on how they look, how they sound, what they've said, just based on that very small framework, you're forming an opinion. And the opinion you form, the answers you give, is more in relationship to your past than their present. So it's a personal awareness element as well.
Now,
it's a second level.
Now, Aaron, you're not allowed to answer this question for Jocelyn. Hi, Chris, you're in the draw.
Hey, Chris.
So I'm posting the 2 questions up. We're going to let the viewers answer. So for Jocelyn, has she ever owned a fake ID? And what does she consider her best physical feature? So I'm going to say she has. Robin says, I think it's awesome the gap they're filling. There's so many life skills we don't get taught in schools. Yes.
Absolutely, Robin.
I just want to put this comment up for a second. That's exactly
absolutely,
right.
Absolutely. It's so great to see you again, Robin, too, even though it's virtually.
Okay, so I think Jocelyn has owned a fake ID. She seems like kind of a little bit of a risk taker, maybe.
She's a bit of a rebel.
A bit of a rebel, maybe. And what does she consider her best physical feature?
Her best physical future. Hey, what physically have you got lined up for your future?
Erin is her future. No, her best physical feature. I'm going to say it's her smile.
Oh, dang it. I was going to say smile.
Smile?
No, now I'm going to say eyes.
You can say her butt if you want.
I'm going to say her eyes and her butt. I'm going to say everything. She's awesome.
But Bruce,
I would definitely say that she had a fake ID. No, I'm going to say no.
You're going to say no.
No, I'm going to say she thought about it and friends had it, but she said no.
She was too much of a good girl.
She saw where it could lead and knew that the truth was more valuable. Because that's what I know about her.
We're going to make up all kinds of stories about Jocelyn here. So Bruce said, what's that?
Did anyone type any answers?
Yeah,
yep.
Yeah, Bruce said she has had a fake ID and the best physical features too personal of a question.
Wow! Now it's not we're all friends.
I could see that.
Diagram that I prepared earlier for this question.
That means that Bruce's his personal favorite feature might be a little bit too personal.
I see. Okay.
Awkward.
Should I answer?
Okay,
No, let's
wait,
hear Aaron.
Let's
We'll
hear
see if he
Aaron's.
gets it
Let's see
right.
if Aaron gets it right.
Aaron.
Oh, smart. I actually don't think you've owned a fake ID. I'm going to go with Jamie. She was focused on being a nurse and wanted to do that. And then feature, I would say.
What does she consider her best? Not your favorite one. What is she?
A quick step in there to clarify. Our ratings just changed.
I'm going to say
bright red.
I'm going to say the butt.
Oh,
The
wow.
Cool.
Okay, now I can answer?
Yes.
Okay, so I haven't owned one because I would be too nervous about what would happen if I was caught. And I didn't need one. People just brought alcohol to me. And
Other
then,
confessions.
right. What do I consider? I mean, I do like my bum, but what came to mind is oddly my hair. I like my hair.
I was gonna say hair too, and Chris
You
Deegan.
can't add in after they've given the answer.
I was gonna say hair, but Chris Deegan said it was your hands.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, cool.
Well, I said everything, so I win.
I don't know what to do with my hands.
Now
All
it's
right.
awkward.
Let's see Aaron's questions now.
Okay,
All right.
these are fun.
Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron's questions are.
Let me get them printed in here.
Oh, you want to write them up first?
Yeah.
Okay. So this one involves skydiving naked, and no, it doesn't.
Already done that.
You don't do it a second time. That's what I found out.
It was weird for the trainer, the tandem jump.
I knew that I was facing the wrong way. Holding on for dear life. Have you parachuted?
We did skydive for my birthday a few years ago.
Hey, awesome. I have.
And Robin says, I was going to say her hair is lovely.
It is.
Okay, so for Aaron, do I use the internet to self-diagnose and name something in my house that I keep hidden? Okay.
Ooh.
I'm going to say he probably does use the internet to self-diagnose occasionally. So I think these guys are both healthy and probably fairly body aware, so they don't always need to go to a doctor, I would think, I would guess. And they understand energy and the movement of energy, so they can say, okay, I think it's this, unless it's super serious. And then name something in his house that he keeps hidden. I'm going to say money in the mattress. I don't know.
In a shoe.
In a shoe.
You always keep a 20 in your shoe.
He's looking. He's looking at what.
Yeah. Go look over there right now, Jocelyn. He's got
Jocelyn,
something.
he's got something.
He's got something over there.
His body language tells us something is over there.
Over there.
There we go.
The camera's
I'm
reversed.
trying to think what it is.
And Bruce says, no, he doesn't self-diagnose. She diagnoses for him, and he hides candy. Actually, I hide chocolate. I actually
Oh
do
my,
hide-
it is. I will be doing a spring clean every couple of months, and I'll pull out a drawer. I'm like, there's a half-eaten chocolate. Like, she's hidden it there to come back to at some point.
And I forget it's
and
there.
And it's chocolate.
But I hide
There's
chocolate
everywhere.
because if he finds it, he'll just eat it. So I hide.
Well, it's meant to be eaten. I mean, a
Even
TV is
it's
meant
not
to
there.
be.
It's not there
You
when I
don't buy a
want it.
TV and then just put fish on top of it. It's there to be watched. Otherwise, you buy a TV show.
So does Aaron use the internet to self-diagnose?
I would say Aaron uses the internet to have argumental evidence before he presents the information to Jocelyn. It's funny you should say that. See, because Wikipedia actually says he uses it as a backup reference. His first source would be Jocelyn. And then what does he have hidden?
Does he have? Or maybe he doesn't hide anything in his house.
Name
Or
something,
something
in
in
my
his
house that he keeps hidden.
Right now, he's hiding Jocelyn in the house.
What he's hiding safety in the house. I would say he hides the car keys, not intentionally. And then when he needs to find them, where did I hide them? Do you know, like when you lose your car keys, do you ever think, I feel like a hummingbird? You're like, every time I see a hummingbird, I'm like, they've just lost their car keys.
Did anyone type any answers?
Yeah, just Bruce did. And Chris did. Chris said, no, you don't, and you have candy hidden in your house.
Oh, right.
And Bruce said, that was Chris, and Bruce said, no, he doesn't She diagnoses for him. Candy's hidden. So you can go ahead and answer, Jocelyn.
Okay. So no, because he would heal himself. He would just, any ailment, just manifest that it's healed.
Nice.
Before looking anything up. And then something he keeps hidden, the only thing I can think of is something to protect us. An arm.
Wow, I'm surprised.
She went there.
Yeah.
She knows.
Okay.
She knows about it.
She knows about it.
It's like I didn't hide that well enough.
Oh, is that the truth?
Yeah, she actually got them both right. So
nice.
I do not self-diagnose. I really check in my own intuition first, and then I might be guided to like buy a book on a particular topic. So don't use the internet. The only thing I could even think of that is hidden is, yes, I have 2 firearms. So that is hidden.
Cool. Very cool. That's a good thing to have hidden right now. Awesome. Cool. She got it right.
I'm surprised. Really, I had to think about, because we don't really hide anything, but that's probably the only thing. And
wow, I do. I mean, don't. No, I don't.
What do you guys think of Pando? Isn't that fun?
It is fun. Yeah.
Hey, let's do one for Amy.
Oh God. Okay.
Who would want to do? Let's do one for Amy.
Okay, then we got to spin this wheel.
It says, "Where were you Friday night at 6 p.m.?"
You know where I was. I was in the house.
I don't know. What does it say? I gotta put my glasses on.
Oh my God.
After my face, what do I stare at the most in the mirror? And am I flirtatious? Boom. Here's the questions. This one's for Amy, everyone. Have a guess.
I'll go. I would say
I'll go.
Yeah.
I think hair, and then no, not flirtatious.
I'll say hair as well, and yes, flirtatious.
She's female. Every woman's flirtatious. That's just my experience.
And by the way, Bruce said firearms, candy, same thing.
That's right. It's code for candy. A bunch of other bad jokes.
So, okay, go ahead.
Well, we had...
So after my face, what do I stare at the most in the mirror, and am I flirtatious?
We'll wait for a few minutes.
We'll wait for a second and let you answer.
Did you answer, Jocelyn?
I did, yeah. I said hair as well, and yes, flirtatious.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, flirtatious. So we got one for not flirtatious, one for flirtatious. Hair and hair. I'll answer last. And everybody comments, you go in the draw, so you got more chances to win.
I'm putting you guys in the draw here while I'm doing this. Eyes and yes. Bruce says eyes and yes.
Yes, I stare at your eyes and yes.
I stare at my eyes.
Okay, I will go. What after Amy's face, what does she stare at most in the mirror? Jamie. And it's kind of like this. What are you doing? Nothing. I'm not doing nothing. Carry on.
Am I flirtatious?
Yes. Very flirtatious. Well, but flirtatious, it depends on your definition of flirtatious. Because some people have a definition of flirtation as being friendly, fun, interactive. Other people have a definition of flirtatious being fun, interactive,
with the intention of sex.
Of sexual interaction.
Right.
So it depends on what your definition of flirtatious is.
So my definition of flirtatious is the first one.
Yeah, me too.
In the past.
In the past, it might have been with the intention of sex, but no, I would say I'm flirtatious just because, and I flirt with everybody, probably men, women. I like to make other people feel good about themselves. And so if that, and some people would consider that flirtatious. I'm sure there might have been some women walking away going, was she hitting on me? I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she was hitting on me. Maybe. But yeah, so
I'm oblivious when people hit on me.
Yeah, he is. It's so cute. It's so funny. We'll walk away. We'll walk away, and I'll be like, "That girl was so into you, honey." He was like, "Why didn't you tell me?" I go,
"Which one?"
I go, "Which one? Why didn't you tell me?" I go, "Well, I didn't want to make you nervous. So I didn't want to make you nervous." So she was already nervous around.
Yeah, her and her friend Jenny several times at an event. They go, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "What? With who?" Like I totally missed
this one girl. It was so horrible. I felt so bad for her because she didn't realize I was his wife. We don't wear rings. Neither of us wear rings, and she didn't realize I was his wife. And she was flirting with him hard for like 2 days at this event. And she found out like 2 days later that I was his wife, and she was horrified. You could just tell she was horrified. And I don't mind. Like it's like I don't flirting is just flirting. It's not a big deal. And so, but we didn't tell him till after the event, way after the event, and he was just like, why didn't you tell me? We're like, we didn't want to make you nervous.
That was funny.
It was funny.
So yeah, depending on your definition of flirtatious. So
and yes, it would probably be my hair. And yes, I would consider myself flirtatious. I would also consider Jamie flirtatious. But he gets us lots of free stuff because he flirts with everybody. We go into a restaurant.
I like people to smile.
Yeah.
My intention when I interact with someone is to smile. Like the day when I was at UPS picking up some packages at the UPS store, the person in front of, like, I opened the door for these several people first, and then they were all in front of me while I was waiting. And the person immediately in front of me, they were shipping something off, and the guy goes, "Is there anything fragile in here?" And they're like, "No." And he goes, "Are you sure?" And so then I came up after they left. I came up, and there was still a couple of people waiting, and I hand over my package that's getting shipped off, and I said, "You're not going to ask me if there's anything fragile in there?" He goes, No, that's okay," because it was already pre-wrapped and for postage. And I said, no, you've got to ask. I've worked on my question. I've worked on my answer. And he goes, "All right, give me your answer." I said, "No, you've got to ask the question first." He goes, "Is there anything fragile?" I go, "Yes, my hopes and dreams. It's all personal development work. Don't lose it." And everybody in the thing laughed. And so that's my intention. Is I'm not trying to hook up with this guy. I'm just trying to have fun in the moment. And because fun energy is very healthy. And creative energy is very healthy. And that smiling and laughing or observing people smiling and laughing increases your serotonin, your dopamine, increases your immune system. So right now, it doesn't hurt to have a healthier immune system.
And he even has a mask that's bright yellow mask with a big smile on it. So he got a mask that has a
the
smile.
smiley emoticon.
I love it.
Yeah, I wanna see this wheel. By the way, I've been waiting in anticipation.
Oh well, let's do it. Let's
spin the wheel.
Okay. Let me go here, and I am going to unfreeze this, and we're going to watch the wheel up here. Hold on a minute. And I got all your guys' names in. So we're unfrozen. Can you guys see that?
Yep.
Okay, cool. And is it moving?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, here we go. Ready?
Volume up.
Ashley!
Ashley!
All right, bring the wheel up, Jamie.
Cool. Hey, Ashley, let's see what you've won. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, let me go and put this on freeze. Hold on a minute. Freeze. Okay.
All right. Bring us back to the...
All right, here we are. All right, Ashley.
1, 2.
We have all kinds of prizes on here. We would love to put one of your books on here. We'll have to grab a second copy of your book, and when it comes out, we'll put your book on here as a prize.
Fun.
Yeah.
It might weigh it down.
I'd love to give away one of your books.
I do like that.
It's going.
It's going.
I'm not touching it. Here are my hands. Here are my hands.
Sometimes he gets up and does a dance in front of it. We need to get another logo for this thing here.
Here we go.
Boost Natural Oxygen.
I'll
show you what that is.
This is a brilliant company.
Boost Oxygen. It's great. It's perfect right now for mask fatigue. Basically, you just take a sip and you can have oxygen anywhere. You'll see NFL players using this on the side of the
NFL basketball players.
It's basically oxygen in a can. So Ashley, 99%. You have won Natural Boost Oxygen. This one's the peppermint. I will ship it to you.
Ashley, you are in Canada.
She's in Canada.
Right now, I don't think we can actually ship.
Oh, we might not be able to ship to Canada. So, Ashley, I'll reach out to you and see if there's another prize that you want. We can get you a 3-day, 2-night at a Wyndham hotel, or we can get you something else so that I can ship. So I'm not sure if I can ship the oxygen to Canada, but if I can.
That was our problem earlier.
Yeah. We were trying to send it to your sister.
Yeah.
So. Awesome. So congratulations to all the winners. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you much for the Freemans.
Thank you for coming on. Thank you
for having us.
We're so honored.
Make sure that you go to theargumenthangover.com.
Thank you.
Now, in the future, I'm talking to you 7 days in the future, who's drinking your cup of coffee and you just got to the end of this and wish you were here with us. Go there right now.
Yeah.
Don't worry about being late for work. Blame it on COVID. You're good. Go to the.
They're amazing. They've got amazing information, amazing knowledge, and they're so focused and just I can't express how awesome they are. So thank you guys for joining us.
Thank you guys for having us. Bye, everybody.
Bye, guys. We'll see you next Tuesday, 6 p.m. Oh, we've got Marcus Highcotter on next week. We're going to be talking about stocks.